There's a giant waiting inside of you, waiting to be awakened, right?
Mm.
Today we're going to be, all right, we'll scratch that. Three, two, one,
I don't
action.
know where we at.
There's a giant inside of you waiting to be awakened. Today we're going to help you tap into your true potential
Ooh,
and step into your greatness.
yeah.
Most people live beneath their capabilities, but not you. Not after today. Hello, everybody. Sani Bunani.
My name is Pumla, the Lady of Power.
My name is Jave, aka Grandmaster Bugsy.
And together we are
The Boyd Walkers.
Yes.
Point number one today, we're going to jump right into it. It's going to be break free from limiting beliefs.
Ooh.
What are your belief systems on this?
I think this is powerful and more true because we stay back and get held back because of the things that we adopted when we were growing up,
Right.
the beliefs that we adopted as we were growing up, or with the people we surrounded ourselves with as we were on the journey of life. I feel like there are things that you can let go. There are things that you can see that this is just like BS. I need to move on from here.
Right.
And I need to find a new belief system that works for me, because this one is against me. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for my mental mindset. It doesn't work for my future. It doesn't work for my success. So I need to change this one.
Absolutely.
And there are ones that you like, okay, this is, I can keep this, but I wouldn't like make it me, but I can keep it because it's part of like the family. Like, I'm from South Africa, so I know that there are beliefs that we still believe back home that
Correct.
I could say, okay, even though I'm not going to make this me, but I'm still going to believe it,
Right.
like that the fact that the rain is luck, it's like why did they say that rain is luck? But every time when it rains, my mom would say that the rain is luck. So if it rains like this, then that means whatever you have to achieve today, you're going to succeed on it. And it would happen, to be honest. It would happen. I don't know if it's because I would go believing that it would happen. But those are the crazy belief systems that we grew up people saying.
Yeah.
There's a lot more, to be honest. Like, if you are African, that there's a lot more. Is there any belief systems that any beliefs that you guys had when you were growing up that your mom or your dad would say? Or your teacher at school? Or your auntie?
Yes, but I'm not on cue with what they are right now. I would have to think long and hard about them. Some of them I've said it before, but I would have to think very long and hard about it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to close out your statement about it.
Right.
A lot of the times when we have these, I always talk about replacing your limiting beliefs or your old belief systems with new belief systems. So I'm very big and advocated on reprogramming your subconscious mind of old belief systems versus new belief systems.
Yeah.
Right? The greatest enemy of success is self-doubt. And one of the things that most people struggle with is receiving belief systems when they were growing up that now have a hindrance on their self-belief, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people like, well, the commentaries. I don't really need to get into them, but overall, you want to be able to identify and separate yourself from those old belief systems when you notice them. Right? Be present in the moment when you are having self-doubt and give yourself an affirmation that will replace that self-doubt.
That's
at least have it where you can combat it. Right?
Yeah, and remember that your past does not define your future.
Ooh.
Your decisions do.
Right.
So whatever happened back there, and if it doesn't work for you, and especially if you're still on the same spot, and if you still feel like you're stuck, that means there's something that you need to change. There's something that you need to let go of.
Right.
Yeah.
The most things that people usually have a hard time with is coming from a place of fear or a place of lack, right? And which is fear, self-doubt, past failures, things like that, right? And
Yeah.
those past failures would normally tie into your own pact with yourself, your own
Yeah.
pact with your higher being, which is, I am going to do this, right? And then you
Mhm.
don't do it, right? And
Mhm.
that's past failures. So you have to go back and correct those things, right?
Yeah.
Your past does not define your future. Your decisions do, right?
Mm.
How you move
You
forward.
should just repeat what I said.
I have no clue.
Okay, let's
No
move on to
stinking clue.
step two. Let's
All
move on
right.
to step two.
Step two. Oh well, you already talked about the limiting beliefs, replace with empowering truths and all that.
Hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, point number two. Go ahead.
Tap into your purpose and vision.
Mm,
Talking about that every person was created
in a unique,
in a unique way. Yes, every
right,
person was
for a unique
for a
purpose.
unique purpose in a unique way. So you have your own purpose. You have to find out why you were here. Why are you here? I
Hmm.
feel like that's the most biggest why we need to find out in life before we even find out the why
Yeah,
we doing this,
yeah,
because most of the time we focus on why we doing this. Why am I here?
yeah.
Like, why am I here before why am I doing this? Because I feel like why am I here is it makes you figure it out more easy and more, it makes it straightforward. It's like you asking God, why did you bring me here? Like, why am I here in this world to suffer?
Right.
Am I here in this world to just
To exist,
to exist? Of course not.
to
There's
be
a reason why
someone's
you're here. But
slave.
if if you seeking, you will find, and if you asking, you shall be given.
Right.
So God is gonna answer whatever it is that you say that you want. I feel like everything that you pray about comes to life, but
Right.
you need to be prepared. You need to know that, okay, this is leading me, this, I'm here now because I need to get to this point. So let me go to this point, let me learn this lesson fast, and let me move on to the next point.
Mm,
But if you're gonna dwell in lessons and be like, why am I failing all the time and stuff and so on and so forth,
yeah.
that will push your purpose even longer. It will take even longer for you to figure out why are you here, you know.
Absolutely. Set your soul on fire, right? What does that mean? Um, I undefine fire as will, right?
Yeah.
um, have a will to strive for something, have a will to even die for something, right? Something that you believe in, right? Without being in a position to die for something, you have no purpose,
Mm,
right?
mm,
You really don't have any purpose. If you're willing to be easily swayed and moved out of the way when
yeah.
you have an idea or something that you want to pursue,
Yeah.
you have no foundation. You have nothing that you actually stand for, right?
Mm.
Um, your goal is to find out what problems you were born to solve,
So
right? What
yes,
problems
yes.
were I born to solve? What have I went through in my lifetime that I see other people are going through, and I now have the solution. I now
Yeah.
understand why we were going through that. I
Hmm.
now understand why we should not do that anymore and what we should do,
Right.
right? I think that's the overall uh, mercenary question to ask when you're dealing with, your overall existence.
Right.
Don't go around the long branch, and if you have to, I guess you have to, but I would say try to avoid these things. Why? Because when you go to God and straight ask what it is, and you become a scholar of like understanding and dissecting the Bible from a kingdom perspective,
Mm-hmm.
you don't go very long without getting answers, right?
Yeah.
But when you go out into the world and you start living life and having fun and
Living my
realizing
life like the
all these
golden.
relationships, right?
Mm.
All these relationships, all these fairies, all these things happening, all the drama. It's like that's the long way around. I don't like long ways around. Like I like
Right.
long way around when I feel the buildup of I'm getting closer, I'm getting closer.
Right.
Not like
Right.
I'm drifting. Oh my gosh, these people again. Like, oh man, you gotta get real.
I know I don't like feeling like I'm drifting. But let's
Mm,
move on to step number 3. Activate the power of action and consistency.
mm.
Now, how do you do that? How do you activate the power of action and consistency?
Execute.
Yes, that was
The
number
three, two,
3.
one method.
Mm-hmm.
The mindset of execution is very, very fatality,
Yeah, many
right? Like,
people, I'm sorry, many people dreams they dream, but the few take action. That's why earlier on our live, I said that earlier today in our live, I said that um, what did I say? I said I said that we were all born to be leaders, but
Mm,
not all of us are going to be leaders because not all of us are willing to take action. Not all of us are willing to sacrifice some stuff
right,
right now. So a few of us are going to be leaders.
right,
Yeah.
right. Dreams without action are just wishes, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
they're just ideas that you like, oh, that was a good idea, and you just never acted on it. And then
Yeah.
now you're on the sideline and you're watching a commercial, and then there was your idea
Idea.
right in front of you. You're like, they stole my idea. No, you
No, they
just never
didn't.
acted on it, so God gave it to somebody else. We all have access to the infinite information and the
Yeah.
portal of, imagination, right? The portal of
Yeah.
the vortex, right? We all have
Mm.
access to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your daily small discipline steps that you take action on, right?
Yeah.
To succeed, right? To move towards your next step, to move towards the next best thing, to move towards the next best idea that will impact the world, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
you don't always have to just think about like, oh, I don't know how to impact the world. Well, you do, right? Because things that happen minorly impact the world. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I don't want to say stupid songs, but some songs impact the world where you're just like, they're not talking about anything,
Right.
right? It's just a cool beat, and everybody's just like, yeah, that's my Jiminy Jam. Like, nah, bro. But yeah,
Yeah. How consistent habits leads to transformation? How do you
mm,
think consistent habits leads to transformation?
the revisiting, really, it's revisiting,
Doing it over and over and over and over.
revisiting every time, revisit. So if you can revisit reading your book 3, 4, 5 times a day for a
Yeah.
couple of seconds, no, not a couple of seconds,
Couple
but
of seconds. For
everything is
minutes
something.
at
It's
least, for
compound
like 30
effect,
minutes.
right?
Yeah.
Compound effect still though, it's still compound effect regardless,
Yeah.
right? So that 5 minute workout that could have been a 10 minute workout, 30 minute workout, 20 minute, even if you
Yeah.
still did 5 minutes, you got something in, right? Which is still
Right.
revisiting, which is still compound effect, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're practicing skills. For instance, us cybersecurity, right?
Yeah.
Revisiting. And the more you revisit and take notes, the more you get engaged with the next best thing,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
is overall consumption of the knowledge.
And transformation.
Right.
Okay, step 4, surround yourself with growth-minded people.
Ooh. You are
That is
you're
go
the
ahead.
here's a good quote. You are the 5 average people that you spend the most time with, right?
Yeah.
So be careful on who you spend your time with. We've
Yeah.
all heard this quote before,
Mm-hmm.
but the point is that you have to be very careful on the surroundings of the quality of people that you are.
Mm-hmm. Stop.
You have to be where did that come from? You have to be careful on the quality of people you surround yourself around.
Right, that's true. I feel like that's very powerful. Especially that if you want to become something or if you want to know more about something, you need to lean into the side of people who are already doing that.
Mm,
Like I'm reading this book, the Retirement Miracle,
mm,
and I'm reading it every time. It's like we formed me and other two ladies formed
right.
a
Book circle.
like a book. It's like kind of like a book club, but it's not a book club. But every day we read
It's a
two
book club.
chapters, and then we went to
It's a book club.
and then we go to we go to we
Work
we go to
out
Zoom
and
call, and
yep.
then we talk about that book. What did we learn? And then we share our knowledge when it comes to like finances and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's more powerful because we are aligning to the same thing. We have the same vision of financial debt-free financial freedom and stuff like that.
Right.
So I feel like surrounding yourself with people who are going to remind you every time that this is why you're here, this is why you said you wanted to do this, and let's keep moving, another task after task after task.
So basically, elevate your circle of people that you hang around with.
Yes, elevate.
Are they uplifting you? right? Or are they holding you back?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Be very conscious in this movement. Be very conscious in the quality of people that you're surrounding yourself around, and whether or
Yeah.
not if they are up leveling you and leveling you up to the greater and better version of yourself or not.
Mm-hmm. Seek mentors, leaders, and positive community that will fuel your growth.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be stuck around with people. I mean, it's gonna take a minute because you have to work on yourself first. I remember for me it took about, I would say, 2 years. Maybe it's because I'm not a extrovert. I'm more of an, I'm more of an
No, she's not. She's not.
of a
She's
of
not.
a me person than anything else.
Introvert.
Yes, I don't
Yeah.
want to call myself an introvert.
Good.
But
That's right. High five. Right.
But yeah, so it took me about 2 years to be able to form a circle, to be able to do all these things.
To
But
able
it
to
took,
build on herself too as well, in order to see her self-worth and why she was potentially doing what she was doing.
but it took me to elevate, to learn, to stay as positive as I could possibly be, execute on things. It took me not feeling like, why am I doing this? It took me not saying to myself, oh, I'm going to procrastinating, I'm not going to do this right now. It took me taking action and learning how to take action for God to bring those people into my life, because he was like, you ready now. You know what I mean? You're ready now. If you can take action and it can give people value, that's what I need you to do.
So with that being said, believe in yourself, right? Decisions.
It sounded like you're going, with that being said, stay locked in.
With that being said, believe in yourself, define your vision, right?
Yeah.
Take action, surround yourself around the right people.
Right.
But it overall believes in yourself first. Believe in yourself, believe the capability, and have a vision, right? What I want you guys to do is drop "I am a giant," right? In the comments below, right? I want you to visualize yourself awakening your full potential, right? Subscribe for more empowering content, right? We're here to. You already know what we're here to do. I ain't gonna explain.
Don't forget to comment, "I am a giant."
Right. Don't forget to comment.
To awaken your full potential.
Absolutely.
All right.
And if you feel like this content blessed your life, definitely share it with somebody who you believe needs to hear this message. With that being said, stay locked in.
God vibes only.
One up, y'all. Kabam!
Gostosa e joga.